Hey YouTubers, it's Gina. For those of you paying attention to my account, you saw that I was going to start a very fun video today on a retail etiquette. It's going to be in 2 parts. I got 8 points. First video is going to have the first 4 points. I understand that with the way the economy is, gas prices, people working longer hours to make ends meet, you don't go out shopping that often. Doesn't mean that you guys get to act like 5-year-olds when you go out shopping. So to my fellow sellers and to people looking for a good laugh, enjoy the fun that you will see on these 2 videos. And for those of you guilty of what I'm about to read, listen up and learn for the sake of everyone. Point number 1, I'm going to dig right into it. Do not interrupt a seller when they are selling. If a seller is looking something up, if a seller is stocking something, you can go up to them and say, hey, can I get some help? Can you answer this question for me? But if a seller is talking to another customer actively, do not interrupt them. Do not tap them on the shoulder. Do not call their name. Do not shove a product in their face. You will wind up probably getting some really bad reactions. I've had customers I've been working with, when we get interrupted by another customer, try to go to fisticuffs with other customers. I mean violent. Like, I will punch you if you do not get away from my seller. I mean violent. Especially when you're dealing with people that, like, you don't know who might get angry. But just about everyone will get angry if the seller's trying to talk to them about a product and you interrupt them like, you own the place and they're going to stop helping you so that you can help me now. Doesn't work that way. If somebody, even outside of retail, in normal society, if somebody's talking to another person, don't interrupt them. Wait your turn. We'll be more than happy to help you. It's not that difficult. Number 2 is going to seem so elementary, your brain might burst a little bit. So I'm going to look at you seriously so that you understand that I'm not joking. Do not ask questions you already know the answer to. This one boggles my mind. The only reasoning I can come up with that people do this is because they feel like because it's retail, we must be some type of 9-to-5, stupid college dropouts that don't know anything. And so that they feel they need to ask us questions that they already know the answers to test our knowledge, to see if we know what we're talking about. Not only is that rude, but it's just an insult to our intelligence. We wouldn't be working there if we didn't know how to sell what we sell. Trust me. Retail's very competitive. They would never pay a paycheck to anybody who didn't know what they were doing. Well, for the most part, yeah. So, don't ask a question you already know the answer to. I hate it. I had a customer come up to me the other day. I mean, I'm telling you, real life stories, and ask me, how many hours of video does this iPod hold? I did the math wrong in my head. It was an accident. Sellers make mistakes. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. And I told her, about 4 or 5 hours. And she goes, oh, well, online it said it was 10 hours. Okay, then why are you asking me if you already knew? Another reasoning that I feel like I can come up with for that is maybe people don't trust what they read online, so they want confirmation. That's fine. But, say, hey, I read this online. Just don't insult our intelligence by asking us a question you already know the answer to. Don't say, is this 1080p or 720p? It's 720p. No, it's not. It's 1080p. Well, then don't ask me. If you think that I don't know the answer to the question, then don't talk to me. Don't ask me. Be respectful. Don't ask questions you already know the answers to. I know it sounds so stupid and obvious, but people do it every day. Okay, really quickly, point number 3, do not ask seller B the same question you ask seller A. It's gonna end badly. I don't want to count how many times I have people come to me, do you have a DVD in stock? I check our inventory, no we don't. They go over to the computer section, ask that person, and what do? They bring them back over to me, and now the customer looks like a moron. Quite honestly, if somebody goes through the trouble of trying to find the answer for you and they give you the answer, that's the answer. Asking someone else, especially if they don't work in the same area of the store as the first person you asked, they're not going to know the answer. They're just going to take it back to the first person you asked because that person is the expert in that area because they're working in that area that day. It's insulting, and I'm telling you, you're going to look like an idiot when all is said and done. I mean, I don't want to get too passionate about it. I want this to be light and funny, even though what I'm talking about seriously does happen. I don't want to get too angry, so I'm going to take a breath and end this video by talking about the fourth point, which is do not assume that just because it's on our website, that means that we carry it in store. Think about this logically. Stores are a limited amount of space. You can put as much stuff as you want on a website. So we're not going to have every single thing we have online in our store. And in fact, if you pay attention to the website you're on, at least I know the company I work for will very plainly tell you not available in stores. That's an online only product. Don't come into my store, ask for heaters, and then get angry at me when I tell you we only carry them online. You know, people come in all the time and go, well, we don't carry that. Well, I saw it on your website. Well, maybe it's on our website, but not in store. Because we can only carry so much. The most popular products, the ones that sell the most, are the ones that go in store. If it's harder to find, it's most likely online. I don't blame too many people for that because it's not something that a lot of people kind of realize, but if you think about it logically, it makes sense. And speaking of heaters, I'm going to end this video with the promise of next video. I have a really, really funny story to tell you about heaters and about a woman near and dear to my heart who I call the crazy heater lady. It's a story about how retail etiquette can go horribly, horribly wrong. And so I will leave you with the promise of that, and I will see you in the next video.